Hi folks, welcome back. So 10:30, batteries charged, 9.1 degrees there for centigrade and 50 degrees here for Fahrenheit. Alright, this Cushman, a friend of mine bought from City of Poughkeepsie auction. There were two of them he bought. The other one is in pretty humble condition. I'm going to keep stepping backwards and I'm going to end up falling on my butt. So there's the side view. The front view. The other side view. There's the back. This little trunk thing opens, I think. This little trunk thing used to open. Here's what the interior looks like. So, that's who made the cab. Roof, all that crap fell off. You can see the little hole in there. That's where the light used to be. Story on this one. This one, I'm told, runs. I haven't started it, so I'm going to use the word I'm told. I'm told he got it started. He got it running. He drove it around. I have the feeling he didn't like it. He didn't keep it because it was geared a little bit too high for him running around his property on. I think also he's got kind of terrain that's a little bit hilly and all that kind of stuff. There's the plates on it, and there's the other plate. This is a 1989. Cushman used to be big on the first couple, or yeah, right there, 89. So I mean, pretty basic, nothing too fancy. It's got a 3-speed transmission. You shift it right there. You could see the clutch pedal, high-low for the headlights right here, right? Headlight, the brake pedal, the gas pedal. So once again, he got this thing running, and I think his problem with it, the reason why he got rid of it, and he got rid of the other guy too, is because it was geared too high for his property. I think I don't. He didn't say specifically. He just said that he was afraid his kids were going to get hurt with it. And his kids are the age of my kids, and at the time that would have put his kids around 20, which to me implies that there was a stability that he considered the bike to be unstable. This is the parts one. I'm told it has the potential to run, but obviously it's missing some glass. Right, gone. Right, gone. It does have some other details, like it has both lights on it, that guy and that guy. It obviously took a little bump here. Still City of Poughkeepsie. And there's the back of it. Somebody took the crap off the back. You know, there's always I want to do and wish I could do and should do and all that. What would really be great with this guy, and if you go through some of my subscription, I forgot the guy's name, and forgive me for that, but he's relatively new to YouTube, or he doesn't have that many videos up. So as a matter of fact, if you guys figure out who he is from what I'm saying, go watch his videos. But he actually has a gem. He bought a gem, which is a little different than this. Obviously, it's an electric car. I guess Chrysler has something to do with the company. Anyway, he bought a gem, and he also bought a quad. I think it's a Polaris quad, 4x4, and he's going to set up the quad to go underneath the gem. And I asked him to make a lot of videos of that, because when you do that kind of thing, you have a lot of problems you have to solve, like how to route the exhaust, how do you get the carburetor on there so it's not in the way, how to put all that crap underneath here without having to completely take apart every component. Yes, guys, the military. Anyway, hopefully he does that, and go watch some of his videos. He seems to do a pretty good job. I just put this plastic over here in hopes of covering up some of this stuff. So we've shown you 3 out of the 4 Cushman so far. The remaining guy is down in the lower garage, and it's probably the one I've actually used the most. It's from a golf course on the New York Pennsylvania border, the Ottakill, I think it's called. There was a guy who was buying a lot of equipment from them. I don't know if the Ottakill was changing owners, or they were changing how they were getting their greens work done. And anyway, he bought a bunch of those big lawnmowers, you know, with the blades that they're on a drum, so to speak, a long drum, and they rotate sideways. Anyway, he bought a bunch of that stuff, and in the mess was included this guy. This guy, shoot, I don't remember what year it is, 79. It's the Cushman pickup truck style, right? You can see the steering wheel. It's got the shifter over there where that starter is sitting on the fender. Right, sorry this thing is so buried. I would unbury it, but I have things I got to do today. And if I unbury it, I'll never get it back in the garage. I ended up putting this gas tank on here and a shutoff. I kept having trouble with the carburetor on this thing, and one of the issues was the gas tank was full of monkey piss. So I ended up going with the separate gas tank, which helped, but then I discovered that the gas tank, the modern gas, isn't very good for Cushman carburetors. So I discovered that it would behave better if I would turn off the gas and run it completely out. Yeah, from a safety point of view, by the way, guys, it's really important to have a plastic gas tank right by your back. So if there's ever a leak and a fire, you know, you could be right there to notice it. Anyway, this has the bed, the pickup truck bed on it. This guy, unfortunately, I mean, she starts, she runs, she moves, and I really do need to get it out of here and get it doing all of the above. But yeah, it took me a long time to figure the carburetor out on this thing, and there's probably about 15 videos of me trying to figure out the carburetor on this thing. Turns out it had a idle circuit that I did not realize was in there. There was this little tiny square phenolic block, like 1/8 inch cube. So you pull that block out, and there's a little ball bearing behind it, little metal ball behind it, that was all crusty in there. So I got that little ball bearing out, I got the block out, I got the little ball bearing out, I cleaned that up, and suddenly the carburetor had an idle circuit. So you didn't have to do all kinds of strange things to the carburetor to make it idle. And then when you would try to drive it, you know, it obviously wouldn't run worth a crap because you got the carburetor all dicked up to make it idle, right? So yeah, I finally had this thing running pretty good. I was having trouble with the charging system, which was a secondary issue because this has dual coils on it, one for each cylinder. And what happens is, first this cylinder fires, then that cylinder, this cylinder, that cylinder. But, well, actually they both fire at the same time, but this one's on the compression stroke, fires, goes bang. Then this one's on the compression stroke, goes fires. So they were both firing all the time. Anyway, they do beat up on a battery pretty quickly, and the battery wasn't charging with this thing. So I had two problems that I was fighting at the same time. The fact that eventually the spark would get weak, and the fact that the carburetor was screwy was killing me. Eventually I figured out that the battery wasn't holding enough charge because my charging circuit was no good, and I put a one-wire GM alternator in this thing. There's a video out there somewhere of that. And I got the carburetor straightened out, and at that point it started to run fairly well. And then the wires, some of the wires touched the body and melted underneath this thing while I was using it. And I kind of, got it fired up again, got the wires away from the body, got it back in here, and really haven't done anything with it since. I need to straighten that wiring situation out, get it fired up again, and get it usable. So this thing was a pleasure. This is another one with the high-low transmission plus a 3-speed. This one has a really good clutch in it too. In low, if you have nothing in it, probably even if you do have something in it, you put it in first, you let them tires out, the clutch out a little too quick, and those tires just chirp, or you could get blue rubber coming right off those tires. So the two-cylinder Öhlins, I guess it's a 16 or 18 horsepower. It's strong, it runs good. I mean, nice toy, great to play with. What else could I tell you about this thing? If you get underneath it and look around, it's pretty rusty and pretty pounded. I mean, you could see people used a paintbrush to paint it. Unfortunately, I did this to the fender. I got it hooked on something, got a little too close, and I hooked it on something. If you have it in high range and you're driving it around fast like a jerk, quite honestly, it's hard to stay on because you just your butt is kind of on the seat, so you're kind of on the parental guidance. You're on the balls of your ass and you're hanging on to the steering wheel. So as you bring it into a turn or something, the way you're kind of leaning over the steering wheel, you kind of have to hang on to the steering wheel like you're hanging on to the porcelain god after a night of drinking, trying to stay on the thing. It's quite the experience if you get it flying. I've just to scare people while giving them a ride, I've put it in high and rode them around a little bit, and they don't even have the steering wheel to hang on to. So then they won't ride with me anymore because they just feel like they're going to fall off and get run over by those back tires. But typically when you use it, you put it in low, and it's very controllable and very useful in low. With the wide stance they have in the back, or those two have in the back, that guy doesn't have in the back, they're actually stable. They don't feel like they're gonna flip over. My real problem with them always felt like it was hard to stay on the bike, hard to keep from falling off the bike. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. I have a reunion to go to, a party, so I'm going to go get ready to do that, so we could be, I could load up and get the family trucking. I'm going to post these videos. Another topic, Craigslist. I got this Craigslist deal cooking for another couple of three-wheelers, two of them. Looks like a hoarder who's found religion or something, so he's dumping a couple of bikes. 200S, that looks like it's a parts bike. It does not have an engine on it. I don't know if he has a partial engine somewhere that I'm going to be able to hook into the deal. He also has a 125M, and I'm not sure if the 125M and who's that? 234 Flash, 235 Flash. Anyway, Flash, I think it is. I don't know if those guys are called M's or not. The one with the horizontal motor, the one with the more vertical piston. I don't know if that's the M. The one that looks like the 200S motor. I'm not sure if that's the M or if that guy's the M. But it's a $200 deal for both of them. You guys see what tires cost. You guys see what fenders cost. So I was going to go look at them and see what I could arrange. Obviously, I'm not doing it today. They're on Craigslist, so by tomorrow they may be gone. My plan is to hold myself to 12 of these things this year, just one a month. And I want to process them. If that one 200S is going to become parts, I want to process it to parts quickly. The 200S becomes parts. I want to process it quickly and get rid of it. If not, I'll throw an engine on it and put it in the fleet. Just quickly, this is getting to be a long video too. You guys got 2 18-minute videos today. It's going to take an hour to upload these. I think every animal in the world shows up to my property to crap on the lawn. This is my boneyard for ATCs. The 3-wheelers kind of end up over here. But what should not be in this boneyard is this guy here. I mentioned it to somebody that I was going to shoot a video of it. Yeah, this is... And look at this guy. And I have the plastic in the seat downstairs. I mean, this is just a shame. I got to get these two out of here. They should not be in the boneyard. This guy and this guy should not be in the boneyard. Actually, that Honda, I think those were known as C70s. Oh, here's one of the aluminum rims, or a couple of aluminum rims that I was babbling about before. There's a set I saw somewhere recently without tires on them, and that's an old 200 or a 70C, I think it is. It actually ran before I put it back here, like years and years ago. So another, my boneyard, right? My graveyard for bikes. Alright folks, live, love, and have a great time. Remember to keep your tires down, your handlebars up, and we'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Till then, thanks to all my commenters, my subscribers, new and old, all my watchers. I'm considering some kind of contest, mostly because I want to see you guys build things. So I'm trying to figure out how to put together a contest where you guys build things and somehow you win. But if somebody puts a lot of time into building something and they don't win, I don't want them to be cranky. But obviously I can't afford to have 100 of you people out there building great things and giving all you guys money for building great things, because then I'll become poor. So I'm trying to figure out some way of doing a contest, because a lot of you guys have a lot of great talent out there. There's people like Gasoline that finished most of a lawn tractor but never got it running completely. Some of you younger guys out there have started to build projects and haven't finished them. TM or WTBM123 mentioned a golf cart that he needs to get running. I'd like to put together a contest so that you guys all get all your stuff running, and we could all enjoy watching each other get all these great things running. and learn something from each other as all these great things begin to run. But I don't quite know how to do it so that everybody. I don't know how to pick a winner of such a contest. I mean, let's say in the case of Terry, he gets his golf cart running, right? Terrence, you get your golf cart running, right? I mean, that's an accomplishment. That's cool. That's fun. But is that equal to, like, Gasoline, who's already 3/4 done with the project or 80% done with the project, getting a turbo on his tractor and races over pugs and beats everybody's ass? Well, is that as big as somebody who, like Big Nick the Great there, who builds something from scratch, right? And starts it right at the beginning and starts making videos right in the beginning and goes through all that. So I'm not sure which one would be a winner. I mean, everybody's a winner because everybody has some new toys to play with, and we're all winners because we all get to look at the videos. But from a contest point of view, I'm not sure how to declare a winner on that. So anyway, my big problems, right? Guys, take care. Thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye now.